all this stuff he's doing is to distract from the Epstein files. The worst thing that I could possibly say for all you people that actually for years talked about Hunter, would hit the comment section and rip about Hunter and the laptop and Biden kissed a little girl on top of the head. He's a pedophile. Hillary's a pedophile. Bill's a pedophile. They're all pedophiles. You elected a pedophile. The man is flat out in the Epstein files. Epstein himself said that the man was my best friend for over 10 years. And he also said that he's a horrible person.
Alleged pedophile.
Okay. Donald Trump was actually sued by a woman who said that
Correct.
he raped her when she's
That's
13.
that's still alleged.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead, sue us, man. We'll get discovery. Then we get to
That's
see
how
all
it
of it.
was alleged.
Yeah. Well, and then the judge said in his civil case that he's a rapist. Said the judge he's a rapist. The judge said that. So okay, yeah, sure.
But it's very different.
We're in a gray area.
Pedophile.
But yeah, the MAGA, don't tread on me people, are just not doing shit. If there was ever a time
quiet
to storm the Capitol, now would be the time.
Well, right now they're being reprogrammed. Have you noticed that? How on their media, and you'll start to see on Instagram and stuff, that so the reprogramming that's happening right now is Ghislaine Maxwell was a patsy. Legit saying that. And so they're spinning out in their reprogramming right now, and they will all reemerge as they always do
with a new narrative.
Yes, exactly.
There was phone calls made to Theo Vaughn. This was reported. Phone calls made to Andrew Schultz and Schultz and photos to Rogan. Please stop talking about the Epstein pedophile thing. Now, listen. As bad as those three guys have been, when it comes to platforming this asshole who actually 1 million died on his watch during COVID, who this guy who basically was spending money from a kid's cancer charity, who bankrupt casinos, who's fucked a porn star while his wife was raising their newborn. For those guys to be such douchebags and scumbags to platform this horrible human being, to now accept a phone call and then not talk about it. To Rogan's credit, Rogan did say, the closest, it was still hedging. Rogan was like, it's weird, man. It's just, you expect us to believe that? Well, the guy's a flat out lying pig forever.
Wait, believe what?
He believed that, there's nothing in the files. There's no list. There's no
that's
limit.
What they didn't just say, stop talking about it. They said, stop talking about it because.
You stop talking about it. Yeah. They want Rogan and Schultz and Theo to stop talking about it.
So they want them to be a propaganda arm too.
They are. Well, they have always had. They are. And they're a propaganda arm because of money. That's the thing, is that like people are just lauding Mark Maron for finally coming out and calling it out. But we've been calling it out for how many years? It's kind of irritating that we have been on this side since day one, since he came down that fucking escalator, and we've been calling this asshole out, and we can't get the traction, which is fine. It's not as bitter as I am about that. It's just part of show business. Mark Maron, to his credit, called out Theo Vaughn on his comedy special, which you just have to go. I love that there's a number everybody gets to, whether it's money or fame wise, where they don't give a fuck anymore. And at least the thing you get about Mark Maron when you listen to him is that he's authentic. He's not bullshitting. He's not trying to get people to follow him. He's not trying to get more listeners or subscribers. He's just, this is wrong. And the great thing about Mark Maron, he's always been that guy. And
he's about to finish his podcast. So he's like, he doesn't even care about that anymore either.
What did he say? That if Hitler were alive today, Theo Vaughn would have him on his podcast.
And he nailed his voice too.
He nailed it. You worked for Theo for a minute. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So we now have a guy that's throwing all this shit at the wall, including Rosie O'Donnell, to try to get us to stop talking about that there is a list of pedophiles. There is a list of people that raped children that are in these files, to the point where Dan Bongino has disappeared.
He seems very upset.
Guess who wasn't in the White House today? Dan Bongino has gone away.
He has not been at anything.
He hasn't said a word. He hasn't reached a statement. He hasn't tweeted. He hasn't truthed. Nothing.
He's taking a lot of vacation
just went
days.
away. There was a report in one of the papers. One of the guys. I want to say it's not Tyler Cohen. It's one of those guys. He said that it was Rick Wilson. That they had to actually have a meeting at the White House. Remember that meeting, that secret meeting that was supposedly to talk to Dan Bongino, because he was literally going rogue. He was like, because
ready to quit.
Here's the thing. if you agree, listen, if you work for the guy if I work for anybody and I find out they're a pedophile, if I find we have evidence that this guy's on the list with the world's most notorious pedophile, and that he was his best friend, and he hung out with him, and we have a lawsuit, and I find out through the evidence that Jack Smith uncovered that it's true, I'm not working for you. I mean, that's second.
And you spent years and years and years screaming about pedophilia.
Yes. Like that was right. An area of great focus for him.
Genre.
And now he's working for the dude, and he's
obviously he found something in those files, and it was weird to watch. Janine Pirro is now on the.
Did you see the clip of her yesterday?
Yeah, we'll put it right here.
Janine. You're out of time? That means you've had enough. Goodbye. Thank you. I want you to report on
But you said it's guns. You said it's guns on the street that's causing this problem. Are you concerned that the DOJ's funding cuts to gun violence prevention programs undermine the effort?
Wow. Oh, wow. She is
a piece of work.
She is a peach.
Everything that he's doing, the Smithsonian, see what he did today with the Smithsonian? Yep. They issued can you read pull this up?
I'm reading about, I was just reading about Kennedy Center as well.
Oh, yeah. The list of the Kennedy Center, I thought, okay, that seemed like a normal.
He has obviously appointed himself chairman. He has said that he plans on giving himself an honor this year. The quote is, when he took it on, next year we'll honor Trump. He even referred to himself as Trump.
I'm sorry. He's running it, and he's going to give himself an award.
He has been extremely hands-on. He has rejected multiple prospective honorees that he called wokesters.
Wokesters?
This year's honorees
that's one of
are going to be George Strait, Michael Crawford, Sylvester Stallone, who's MAGA, Gloria Gaynor, and KISS. So a lot of MAGA people. Worth noting, Stallone was named as a special envoy for MAGA in Hollywood.
Do you know what this is like? Okay, so there'll be a day, however long from now when Trump's gone, and we either are rebuilding an America that died and burnt down because of civil war, or we are moving on with we got healthcare and we've realized what we did was wrong. And there'll be an asterisk next to all these honorees. It'll be like during when baseball they drug tested guys, and they're like, yeah, he hit the most home runs, but he really was a robot at that time. Yeah. So that's what these honorees are going to be like. Yeah.
Trump boasted, we took over the Kennedy Center. So Sylvester Stallone apparently is, they call him the eyes and ears for the president inside the entertainment industry.
Yeah,
I like that. They're like, they're Mel Gibson like, nah, he's even too crazy for us. Yeah. They're like, yeah, nah,
that guy's
go talk to Stallone. Why?